Welcome to the Spirit of Leadership podcast. Listen in as we talk with emerging as well as seasoned leaders, change makers, and visionaries, and hear their stories, how they have overcome challenges, how they cultivate inspired vision as stewards and mentors, shining their light to uplift and empower others, reconnecting us through a sense of belonging to the natural world and to the interweaving circles of just and vital communities. Hello, I'm so happy to be talking with you today.
Megan, I'm happy to be here with you. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes.
It's a blessing to be here.
Yes, for all of our listeners, this is Giu Bergamo, and she is in Brazil, and she is one of my favorite people and teachers. And so I am so excited to have you here on the Spirit of Leadership podcast.
Thank you, Megan. I'm so glad. I'm glad to be here.
And
Yes, I'm from Brazil, and then my accent is special.
yes, definitely. And can you tell people about yourself, who you are in yourself and what you do?
I want to begin saying that I'm a soul, and as a soul, I inspire myself to act with movement, teaching people to move their bodies as a temple, because our body is our temple. And then since the beginning, I started to dance when I was very little. I'm little in weight, but it's a way of living to move the body. And I started very soon when I was 7. So this gave me the special relationship with my soul, because my soul could feel the movement. And then I start to dance and then teach dancing, teaching ballet. And then I became a publicist in my studies. And then I said, okay, I don't need this in my life, but I like. And I just move again to the body. And then I studied Pilates and gyrotonics and then yoga. And then I came to Naam Yoga, that changes my life completely, because Naam Yoga is the yoga for the soul. And I say, okay, this is my tribe. I like this. And then I study everything about Naam Yoga, all the teacher trainings. And I'm a leader here in Brazil. I think is a soul leader in Brazil, because we connect to the souls. And I continue teaching, and then I teach all the kinds of yoga therapy, hormonal, hormone yoga. And also I'm astrologer, Vedic astrologer, which give me this soul path, the soul path that align me to the stars, to the cycles, to the nature. And I love to be in nature. And then I want to guide everyone who I meet. And it's like when we move our body, I want to express this combination of many energies that we are getting in touch, not only the movement itself, but the sensation, the environment, and then we are together. So I like to say that I'm a teacher that inspires you to be guided through your soul guidance. And then I can help you to move your body to feel this, the soul, like how can I say, soul class. And then you know what I'm talking about, because you do my classes, and then you can share some that you feel in my classes.
Yes, it's so wonderful to hear you talk about how you came to this and that you came through dance from early on, which is also how I came to yoga through dance. And I think it's one of the reasons that I really love your classes. But it's also, you definitely bring that soulfulness through your imagination, when you're talking, and I remember one time when you were teaching and you were saying, imagine that there are rainbows coming out of your fingers. And I'm just like a little child, like, oh, that's so wonderful. I'm imagining rainbows coming out of my fingers while I'm moving and breathing. And so it's that combination of feeling the sensation of being in the body, so the soul embodied, so the soul can express itself through our physical sensations. And there's a kind of sensuality about it that is soulful. Yes, that's what I
It's perfect. I remember this class, and my imagination is very fertile. How can I say this as like
fertile, fertile.
fertile? And I can imagine since I was little, I could imagine many things. And then my mom inspired me to do, okay, you can build the whole city by your imagination. So keep going. And then I said, okay. And then after 50 years, I'm just imagine with my clients, with my students. It is so wonderful. Thank you for sharing about these rainbows. And then,
Yes.
yes, when we go to imagination, because imagination is a leadership for creativity. So when you get your mind going while you move your body, you have mind, spirit, because the imagination is the spiritual realm, right? You can imagine and then you can feel the imagination. So you bring to your body this non-reality to the reality. So when you do this movement, imagining the fingertips like a rainbows, you can touch the rainbow itself, because we only see the rainbow like very far from us when we see when it's raining and then there's the sun, and then you are the water, you are the sun, and then you are the rainbow with all your colors. So it's beautiful. Thank you for remembering me this.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And it's interesting when you talked about that's the leadership, the soul and the imagination being the leadership of the life force and your
Mm-hmm.
expression in life. And how do you experience being and becoming a leader? How have you experienced it in your life and in your community?
I think leadership for me, when I began, I had no idea. I was a leader in Pilates, I was a leader in gyrotonic, I was a leader. I am a leader in Naam Yoga because it's what I'm working nowadays. But for me, it begins with self leadership. There's an ability to self knowledge, to lead yourself with consciousness, with coherence and awareness. Because to be a leader, we have to lead ourselves. When my mind, my heart, my body move in the same rhythm, in the rhythm of the all things that is happening with my presence, and then I can turn my presence itself in a leadership, in a leader, is the truth. I like the teachings from Nam Yoga because is a leadership. The teachings leaders us to the truth. And then you don't need to command. I don't need to command. It's like flowing naturally. I'm inspired by the rhythms of the nature. I love nature. I just came from the Amazon rainforest from this past weekend. And yes, the rhythms of nature is like we don't need to force anything. It's like it's real. And then the way I live, by the way I live, and then I inspire others, I think is the true leadership. So it radiates from this alignment, from this work that we do every day, not from, I think it's not an effort. I think it's like my body aligns and I speak, and then people follow me so naturally. And I think it's the altar of consciousness.
Beautifully
Yeah.
said. Beautifully said.
Yes, because as a Rosicrucian, I just lead very early the temple, the Columba, the name of the girl, very young, from 12 to 14. I decided to be a Columba. I don't know the name in English. but it's the one who represents the consciousness in the temple. It's like a pomba. The name is the bird.
Dove.
Dove, yes, the dove, the dove. It represents the consciousness of the temple. So as a columba, as a dove, I had to incense the temple and then the four corners. And then in the altar, the Shekinah inside the temple was a triangle. I lit the light, the candles, like doing a prayer. And then as a consciousness, I light this candle as love, as truth, as life. And then I began very early. So it's like when we lit the light of consciousness for others, I had no idea what I was doing with 12, 14 years old. But now I know it was a path in life of consciousness, of altar. It's the altar of consciousness, altar of the soul. And then we can lead others to do the same, not inside the temple, the building, but inside our own temple, because the Shekinah represents our heart, where the true light, the true wisdom, the true life can shine. So our body is the temple, and I love to teach classes that we can enter this temple.
And that's exactly how I feel when I'm taking your classes. Even though it's online, I
Good,
feel
good,
we're
good.
right there in that beautiful space. Yes.
You know what you're saying about online classes, and I don't know if you remember when we enter the beginning of the pandemic, Dr. Levy said, I can reach you through online. Please feel your heart, feel your energy. That class, I said, okay, I will go from this. I will send the energy out through the space, through the Wi-Fi, through the corners of the earth, so we can share energy, so we can feel each other. Otherwise, we couldn't stand online. I'm feeling your energy right now, and I'm shining with you. So it's beautiful. I think we
Yes.
can all do the same.
And that's one of the reasons too that I'm doing this podcast series is because it's so wonderful to have a conversation and then be able to share it with others. And, so we're not limited by time and space.
Yeah, it's an illusion. I don't know. I'm just repeating because it's not illusion, because I see my clock. Okay, but it is because our mind frame was trained to see the clock. And then I created a class that I call your plans in the solar rhythm. So when you open your agenda, you see all the times in your agenda. There are times for the sun, because noon is the sun, 7 p.m. is the sun, 7 a.m. is the sun. And the cycle with the sun, we can do our plans. So we can move, I don't know, the old ancient life with the sun. And then we perceive all our plans running through the sun. So the time exists in our mind, but is like infinite. Is infinite. It is like tricky as humans, because we are trained to see the time like frame, and the time is, you have no time, you have to do this in this time. But really, we need to enjoy. In the Amazon, there's no time. There's only the time of the sun and the rain and the moon and the stars. So we don't have to worry about the time. Just see the sun. We feel the nature, the sounds of nature, the sounds of the forest. And then we return to the sounds in ourselves. So it's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's wow. I wish I could bring everyone there to feel the mother nature. Is the womb, is healing, is true healing from within. And then we can remember who we were being there.
That's so
Beautiful.
beautiful. And
Yeah.
one question I'd really like to ask you is what is one of the, because I'm sure that you've faced and overcome many, but what is one challenge that you can share with us that you have faced and overcome that's really made you who you are and who you are becoming?
There's many. But I remember when you were saying, I remember in the pandemic when I lost my senses, I had no taste and smell, no taste. And then I said, wow, what am I going to do? I don't feel the food. I cannot taste the food. I cannot smell the food. And then this was like a challenge. And then through Sukshma, through breathing, through Naam, through the meditation, I say, okay, I need to, how can I say that?
Revive?
To bring significance again. Yeah. To revive, to bring this, okay, I don't feel, I don't smell. And then, okay, I need to train my brain again. Okay, what I'm tasting now is brain, please register. Like I was learning the first smell, the first taste of each food. And then I train my brain through the breath. Because of this, I'm devotee of Sukshma, and I keep going teaching everyone because it's like a powerful class, a powerful way to return to the breath and then give the brain food through the breath. And then that's what I did. And then now, 5 years later, 5 years from this day that I felt no sense, no taste, and then no smell, now I can smell and taste food again, like training the brain. And also, we have the shadows, right? Because menopause, I'm in menopause, is a shadow. Like what you are bringing out, there's no training to enter in the menopause. I'm training myself to regain the power, to regain, and then to, I think the word is like return to myself, the real self, because we don't need nothing. We don't need to do nothing to, but we can do everything in this feeling. Is the same. 5 years from the COVID, now in menopause, I'm just bringing new significance to the life. With, I think it's the same body, but it's a completely new body, new way of thinking, new hair, new skin, because everything is changing, our mood. And then again, I stand in this soul leadership. How can I do this for me and then inspire others crossing the same path? Who is crossing my path that I can help to listen the own body, listen this rainforest inside of me that is changing, is completely changing, because I keep returning on the forest each year, 7 years that I go every year. And then everything changed there. It's wow, this is last year was completely different. Yes. So I can be different each day. So let it be. How can I love myself in the mirror today? What can bring to me this life that I'm looking for? How can I inspire my clients? How can I inspire the people who I meet today? So, yeah, it's like the trees, it's like the forest. So I overcame the COVID, but I'm overcoming now this new Giu that is old but is new. Giu, how can I move? How can I stand tall with all these changes? Yeah, I'm just teaching myself to accept. I think is acceptance, but it's not acceptance in the negative, is the positive. Wow, what a opportunity to reborn. Yeah.
Beautiful. And you express it so beautifully. And coming round to that inspiration and how you inspire yourself. And then that is very inspiring to all of us in your circle, your big circle. And
Thank you.
can you tell people how to be in touch with you and how to join in and
Yes,
experience this?
please.
Yes, I
I,
can
I,
put
I,
links in the show notes, but please tell us.
okay. I'm teaching through Zoom. Also, I have Naam Yoga São Paulo is a place, a physical place that I found 15 years ago. I teach their classes in Portuguese, but online, you can reach me in my Instagram. That is Giu_Bergamo, and I have my own app that I share my Portuguese classes. That is ritmosbemestar.com, and then we can add the link to this podcast. And also, I teach for Giving Nam, is givenam.com, that you can find my Denim 5 classes that are so amazing classes. We move as a whole in 5 exercises that all the same, but this is completely different each class. And then I teach Sukshima also for Giving Nam. And then you can find me in all these places. And then you can share, you can ask me things, and then you can meet me in my WhatsApp too if you want, because it's a way to connect too. Yes, please share all this.
Yes, we will
The
share all
English
this.
classes, Portuguese classes, and Instagram and WhatsApp is amazing to know, and then reach out to everybody that wants to reach out to me.
Yes, and please do reach out because you are just such a treasure, and I'm so grateful.
I'm grateful,
Thank you.
Megan. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. I'm super happy to be here with you. Thank you. Thank you, all listeners. I'm sending you love and light, and then waiting for you in my classes or maybe in my Instagram. It will be a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Spirit of leadership,